We got our mail. What did you do with that?
Our voting materials.
We got our mail and our voting ballots. Let's see this wet thing.
Hugo Angel. Hugo Angel.
What? Oh, here's a.
Hugo Angel.
They brought in this wet. Who is that? That's your phone. It's probably your dad. Who is it? Answer. This is all the mail. Kaylee's mom and dad. They get our mail and they send it us wherever we kind of stop for a while. Yeah, it is. Good job. Did you get mail too? You all got mail? Ooh, look at that, $50. Woo, woo.
For the rest of the week, really, I'm not available this Friday.
Yeah. Remy Oliver.
Well, I thought my kiddos
Hugo Angel. Who, baby, who? He wants to open it, it's fine. Are you opening yours on your birthday too? No. Voting material.
Okay. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
It's just like a leaf.
I was like, oh, I see a grasshopper.
Isn't he neat?
Yeah. He could be our pet.
Oh, pet. Let's let him out because he probably is scared.
I saw him in the bathroom.
Oh my goodness, where are we going to let him out? He's in a room. Hi everybody. We are stuck in the RV today. It is pouring rain. It's been pouring rain since we woke up this morning. We have like puddles. I mean, it's like swarming the RV. Everybody's RVs are just covered in water. So we didn't go out today. So we didn't have a lot of external footage, but we thought we'd do a little quick review of our homeschool program because a lot of people in the full-time families and things like that are looking at homeschool programs and sharing information. So anyways, we thought we'd just go over a little bit of what we do for Fiona and Hugo. Fiona's in the 5th grade and Hugo is in the in kindergarten. So I went to a liberal arts university in Vermont, and so I was exposed to a wide variety of curriculums and things like that. To graduate, we had to have things like foreign languages and science and math and social studies and all kinds of things. So you didn't go to college and just focus on one particular area. I mean, you had your particular area, and mine was classical languages, but then to graduate, you had to cover a whole wide variety of other things. It really made you a well-rounded student once you graduated from school. So I kind of wanted to do that same thing for the kids. I know schools incorporate a lot of things, but I think my only concern about public education right now is that they're pulling out a lot of things that I think are really important for young students, especially things that are day-to-day useful things, things like balancing checkbooks and being able to do math at the grocery store and doing your own laundry and sewing buttons and cooking your own food. And those things might seem really external and things you just learn at home, but I think a lot of students are coming out of school not being able to do a lot of those things that maybe they were 25 or 30 years ago. And I think a lot of the really important classical teachings are being lost, so I brought a lot of those back because they're important to me, but I thought they're a really good thing to teach the kids. So my background is in Greek and Latin, so we are not teaching Greek and Latin to the kids yet, but we are going to do some other things with languages. So anyways, here's where we start. So part of keeping the kids grounded, obviously, and fulfilling all of the requirements for homeschooling is we have to teach them math. I didn't buy a particular extensive program for the kids. I thought I would sort of piece together my own. The only part that I did buy was the Saxon Math Homeschool Program, which I think is really common among homeschool families. It had so many good reviews, and so many homeschool moms that I spoke to were over the moon about it. They had good things to say, even for the kids who had graduated high school using the program all the way up. So Fiona tested into the 6th and 7th grade math. She hates math, but she's actually really good at it. So she does really well with Saxon. I think it's really nice pace for her, and it explains itself. And so far I haven't had any trouble. It's not Common Core, I don't know, what do you call it, compatible, But you know, we do have some extra things that she can use that are Common Core. I'm not sure how much trouble we'll have with that once we reintegrate her into the public school system, but hopefully it won't be a problem. But she's doing great with that. Hugo, we didn't buy an actual curriculum for. I just sort of pieced together math for him to sort of see where he's at. I ended up buying a number of these little, you know, addition, subtraction things, and he's doing first grade math. The kindergarten ones were really easy. I think when you have like a one-on-one scenario with a kindergartner, they move through, you know, in particular math really fast. So he's doing first grade and second grade math, addition, subtraction. He's doing great. These books are super cool because they have little worksheets you can pull out and do with them. And I really like these. And I also found, you know, a number of worksheets online, which are really great. But these have got a lot of colors and a lot of different formats. So I think they keep him more focused, a little bit more integrated. So that's our math program. There is a really neat website called the Khan Academy. And we haven't used it very much yet, but I know a lot of parents have said that if there are concepts that kids aren't really catching on to, you can go on the Khan Academy. It's Khan, and it really explains things well. So I know that's more conclusive than just math. It has science and all kinds of things. So anyways, that's a really great website to check out, and it's free. We also do reading. We brought an insane amount of books with us. This is like double stacked to the back all the way across. But we have all kinds of books for me, but also for the kids. That holds a lot of our homeschool materials. This one's got a lot of other things, but we've got books all the way back. And we also have a Kindle that we download books on for the kids. So there's no shortage of material for reading. And Fiona just read A Day No Pigs Would Die, which is one of my favorite books. Fellas, could you not? Just share. Yeah. Okay, Rocky Bingo. It was one of my favorite books when I was growing up, and so Fiona just read it, and she's doing kind of a interesting book report on that. So we're just sort of piecing together our own for reading, but we also try to do grammar and syntax and particles of speech and things like that for Fiona from websites that we download worksheets from. So that works out pretty well. Hugo has been doing, we've got these really neat scholastic books, and it's got all kinds of things for letters. I think that the goal is to have Hugo reading by the end of the year, and he's already reading pretty well, basic things. This is kind of comprehensive, but where's the letters? We do have really simple things for letters, just writing, and this is kind of neat because it's got a lot of colors in it, so I think it keeps him more engaged than the basic worksheets online. But then I did buy these little primary phonics books from Amazon, and they're neat. They focus on just like a single vowel sound, and he's read through all of these, and so he's basically reading all of these without any trouble, but we just keep hammering him with them. And we have flashcards, which he seems to do really well with for sight words and things like that. So the goal is to have him reading by the end of this year. He's just about to turn 6, so I think that'll be a good goal. And because we get to do so many things one-on-one, I think it'll be achievable. We also, I know a lot of people are, debate the, whether or not to teach cursive to kids anymore, whether or not it's useful or not. But I think that it's good. It's a good skill to have. I'm not so sure that it's extraordinarily useful anymore. Hold on, honey. We'll play that in just a minute, okay? Okay. But we are teaching Fiona. She did learn cursive in school, so we're continuing that. So we have kind of a handwriting book. I think it's really important for people to have good handwriting, whether or not it's in cursive or print, but this is a really good way for her to keep up on what she learned in school the last 2 years. She does a little bit of that. In addition to that, I think that typing well and typing fast is a really valuable skill, not just for education, but also for your job. So Fiona's she does typing every day on the computer on typing.com, and it kind of measures her progress and awards her stars, and it's pretty neat actually, and it's completely free, which is great. And so she's gone from being not able to type at all to being a pretty intermediate typer within like a short month and a half. So that's a really neat website too. So she's learning that. And I think in school they only saw like keyboarding for like 40 minutes every week, sometimes every other week, because they did computer things like that too. So being able to like just plunk her down into an actual program has really helped her, which I like. We also do science. I struggle a little bit with science in an RV because I feel like I have to be really creative about the things we do and try to make it interesting. Right now we're studying the solar system, and before that we did a lot of things in nature, water and how it erodes and things like that. But now we're doing the solar system. We watched a really cool video today. YouTube and the network online is really nice for showing really comprehensive videos for kids on science. So that's helped me a lot. We're going to build a model of the solar system and do some things like that. It does get a little bit difficult. If anyone has suggestions, I'll take them on how to be creative in science, because I think for me that's been the hardest part so far. Although one aspect of science I think that we all really like are the stars and constellations. So the kids and I, we got these really neat books when we were up at Crater Lake, and they're all about constellations and the history of the constellations and why they're called what they are, which is super neat. This one is a little bit of an activity book, but the kids and I built a planisphere so that we could go outside at night and find the different constellations. We haven't been in a very good place for that so far. We did go out the other night, but there's so much light from all the RVs and stuff around that it was really difficult. But this is a really good start. So we've been learning a lot about the stars and the constellations, and I think it's something that's really important for people in general to learn about, just even in the most basic capacity. In addition to that, which ties into stars a lot, is Greek history. Greek history has always been a complete fascination for me, and along with that goes mythology. And so a big part of the names of the constellations are Greek mythology, and the kids love Greek mythology. This is like the one thing they're always like, can we do Greek mythology? Which is really neat. So I got this really cool book on Amazon. It's Delaire's Book of Greek Myths, and it was really highly recommended. Has a lot of, has all of the major myths from Greek history, and then a lot of the lesser gods and things like that. And the pictures are they're not all in color, but the kids still seem to really enjoy them. Black and white, color, whatever it is, they love them. So now they can name all 12 of the major gods, they can name their stories, and then in their spare time they kind of recreate some of the drawings in the book, just to sort of pound things into their head. Fiona did this really neat picture of Dionysus and all these pirates jumping off into the water, and he turned them into dolphins. That was really neat. She's super artistic. This is Pandora and all of the little terrible monsters she let out of her box. I think this is Helios, the sun god, riding his chariot across the sky. So she did just a really good job. In addition to that, we do art, and as much as I love art and art history and museums, this has been really fun for me. So I got this really neat book online called Discovering Great Artists, and it's been so fantastic. They take different artists and they give you all different ways to sort of explore their mediums and explore their styles of art. Not just painting and drawing, but also, clay and building things and building backgrounds, and it's so neat. So the kids and I so far have done Frida Kahlo and Picasso, and we did John James Audubon, and we did Van Gogh. So we've been sort of learning about their individual paintings. Hold on, buddy. And then the kids recreate them. So Hugo did a self-portrait for Frida Kahlo, which was really fun. He's super talented. And then they did some things for Cubism, for Picasso. Made portraits of each other and then cut them up and rearranged them. Fiona is, she's a super artist in general. This is her Van Gogh Starry Night recreation. She did a really excellent job. She's super talented.
Can I see?
Yes, you can see. And here's her Cubist Picasso painting of Hugo. She rearranged it. Her John James Audubon painting in watercolor of the Blue Jays. With some facts like he used to put on the sides about him. So they're learning a lot. We learn about the artists, and then they also get to recreate them. I think right now we're doing Salvador Dali, which is really interesting. And we sort of carried that over to, the kids have a really strong interest in rocks and geology. A couple years ago we picked up this game, which Remy's hauling around here, called Rocky Bingo, at a garage sale, and this is the best game. I don't even know where this came from. This is an older game, but it helped the kids learn all the different names of all these, rocks and minerals, and they love it. So they've taken a pretty strong interest in it, and we built a a rock box using kind of themes from Salvador Dali. We cut out different things and made this box. And so we're going to hide all of our rocks in it. It is that one, you're right. Remy even knows what they are. Hey, Hugo, can you come tell what all these rocks are? You definitely know some of them. Hold on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is one we got at a mineral shop a couple weeks ago. What is this?
Chrysocolla.
Chrysocolla, you're right. Do you remember what this one is?
Rosettes.
Rosettes, that's right. Gypsum rosettes. How about this one?
Optical calcite.
Optical calcite, you're right. How about this one?
Kyanite.
Kyanite, good job. Good job. That's all you got to do, buddy. I won't make you do more. So
that one?
Hugo really loves these rocks. So does Fiona. They know a lot. We bought a really neat bag of rocks at this mineral shop by Fortuna. So the kids and I are going to kind of go through these and discover them a little bit and put them in the box once we get something soft to arrange them on. But that's been really fun. The kids love that, and everywhere we go, it seems like somebody's got a really neat collection of rocks that we can look at. They did even at the Petrified Forest. They had a neat rock collection there. I know! We do... Angel and I kind of felt like we wanted to add in different life skills. So Angel's gonna try to teach them a section on maybe knot tying, and we do a lot of cooking, and they do a lot of making change in the stores, things like that. We've been teaching them how to do laundry. When we were at the laundromat, we gave them instructions on how to do that, things like that. We've been doing things like beading and making jewelry and necklaces. So just lots of little fun crafts and things that maybe aren't necessary to being a human, but make you more rounded in general, I think. I can't think of... Oh, we do music. We've been learning a lot about string instruments online, listening to different string instruments and identifying them. I think we're doing classical music right now. Learning about different classical musicians, and then we'll do some jazz, and hopefully when we're in New Orleans that'll sort of coincide, and maybe musical theater it's time we go to New York. So we're trying to cover all different styles of music. The kids are learning a lot, I think, in general. What else did I miss? Math, science, art. There's probably a bunch more things. Anyways, that's sort of a basic overview of some of the things that we're doing. I love suggestions for creativity. I think sometimes it's easy to get really bland about what you teach and do the same thing day after day, especially when it's raining. But we're working on doing better. These guys are really good students in general. And so that's it. Classical education in an RV.